Welcome to Unexpected Episode 2. Today we're going to be looking at ranged junglers, specifically Twitch, Vayne, and Teemo. I've discovered that if you have enough attack speed, you can clear any camp without being hit by melee units, so abuse that while it lasts. Firstly, we're going to be looking at Twitch. If you immediately go mid after your first buff and get Q and E, you'll be able to get first blood almost guaranteed. Combine this with being able to avoid damage from the camps, it's really strong. I've gotten first blood in 10 out of 12 games as jungle Twitch in Diamond on NA. Vayne's up next, and in this case, you don't have the sneakiness like Twitch, but you do have more of a more normalized jungler. She does have CC, which is something that most junglers are looking at, and her damage output is still pretty significant. The W gives her, standardized damage throughout the entire game, and that combined with a red buff is absolutely insane. Once you hit 6, you can tumble in, nobody can escape you. Vayne's so good at chasing, and then the red buff pretty much seals the deal. That combined with condemns, they're not getting away. Not just that though, it's not just about the ganks, you can even counter jungle. You can counter jungle since you don't take damage, and you can even manage to duel some of the people in the jungle. Even if you miss condemn, you can still kill a Rengar. But the bread and butter, my favorite, is Teemo. Just look at that. Look at that. You can just kill your first buff, and then head into their jungle, sit in a bush, go in stealth, and just wait. They have no idea you're there. There's nothing they can do. If you just sit there and time out right, you can always steal their buffs. In this case, I decided to come around, but for some reason Nar decided to skip doing his wolves first, which is usually pretty standard, and instead starts to go straight for blue. But it's okay, I still kill him, because what's he gonna do? I'm Teemo, and I've got poison, I've got red buff. He can't really get away. So what I wound up doing here is I took his blue, and then I just sat invisible again and waited. So Teemo's not exactly the pick here for his fantastic, lane ganking capabilities. He's more for a counter jungler. You can load up the enemy jungle with mushrooms. You can sit invisible at any camp you want. They never expect it. Always invisible. Mushrooms everywhere. I like to go AP so that my mushrooms do extra damage, and I just sit on top of them and wait. And nobody can do anything about it. So that's all for this episode. I just want to reiterate the fact that Twitch is probably the only one that I could see you actually using in ranked. I've been using it in ranked and diamond, and it's been doing perfectly okay. Teemo though, yeah, probably not. Anybody that's above, platinum is probably not gonna fall for that more than once. So it's not really worth it. Vayne, I have tried it in ranked before, and it's okay, but you're gonna get a lot of hate for it. So be careful if you decide to try it. Make sure you're at least really good at Vayne. You can subscribe by clicking the link below, and if you have any clips, replays, or suggestions for future episodes, feel free to send them at the email found under the button.